Hi guys, I'm currently here in the office of the ADN in the municipality of my district, working on my community diagnostic. The Peace Corps requires us to go around our district to different communities and evaluate them with the community diagnostic, which is a tool to evaluate their water systems and access to clean water and determine if there are any issues or if there are any ways to improve that system. So this video will show you a community diagnostic I did in one of the towns here. So I hope you enjoy, okay? So guys, I hope you're all doing well. I'm currently going to perform a community diagnostic on one of the larger towns in my district. This is a community of a little under 2,000 people, an agricultural hub in the area that produces a lot of fruits, vegetables, and sugarcane. Now, the community diagnostic I'm conducting involves talking to community members and evaluating how they and the local institutions in the area use their water supply and what hygiene practices they follow. This allows me to better understand if community members are satisfied with the quality of water they're getting, and if there are any particular issues I should help address and report to the ATM, as well as maybe see if there's any need for me to work with the local health post to create educational sessions involving hygiene practices. But as well as talking to the community during this diagnostic, I also have to inspect the entire water system in the area to determine if there are any risks regarding the contamination of water. The water system of this community consists of a captación that collects water from natural spring, where then this water is transported through tubes, passing 3 cámaras de rompepresión that regulate velocity and pressure, eventually ending up in 2 interconnected reservoirs that store this water for the community, as well as treat it with chlorine. It is important to evaluate all components involved in this water system to determine if anything has broken or if the water itself is exposed to a contaminant during transportation to the community. So it is my job to go around and do these inspections personally. And you know, I was actually thinking this would be a great opportunity to continue my educational sessions regarding water and hygiene with the local schools. So going to inspect the reservoir, I brought along some students from the local secondary school and took this opportunity to teach them about their water system and its treatment practices. You know, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And you know, I think the kids really had a good time and were able to learn some new things. But back to the inspection itself. The reservoirs themselves were in relatively good condition. They were up to code with no major risks in the vicinity for water contamination, except for some minor leaks in the tubing. Now, why are water leaks in tubing a contamination risk? Well, if water is able to leave the tubing, bacteria and parasites can also possibly enter the system. But luckily, the local Haas is working on repairing these issues as soon as possible. Now, regarding the captación, and compared to the reservoir, more risk factors were found here that should really be addressed. This includes not being fenced off, allowing any person or animal entering the area, organic material found inside the system, leaks and cracks in the pipes and main structure itself, and so on. This is a relatively old captación, about 50 years old, that presents several of these risks because of the constant wear and tear of its operation. While there are ways that these issues can be addressed in the short term, it is clear that this captación will have to be rebuilt from scratch in order to prevent the contamination of water. And all of this will be outlined in my community diagnostic, where it will be presented to the Haas of this community for their use, as well as used as a basis for a presentation I will be giving in a Peace Corps event in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Okay guys, that's basically it for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and next video I make, I'll show you what I use that community diagnostic for, okay? See you guys, bye!